Hey everyone, so let's get started with the Squirrly SEO webinar. On today's webinar, we are going to show you a couple of the updates that we've made to the way that we talk about Squirrely SEO for WordPress. Because there are a lot of tools out there that say, hey man, we are like the most complex, the most complete, the most whatever you name it tool for WordPress, and that's really not true. That's really not the case. So before I actually start the webinar, I'm still waiting for more people to join. But until then, I can already tell you a couple of things that you should know about the Squirrely SEO plugin for WordPress. So, the idea is that Squirrely actually offers 7 times more features. And we did that because WordPress SEO is not just about settings, and it's also not just about the WordPress site structure level. Even though that's super important, that's like the basic thing that you need to do. Successful with SEO, you actually need to look at all the other features that only Squirrely has to offer, because as you're gonna see in today's webinar, there's a lot more to do in order to become an SEO superstar. And basically at Squirrely, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to turn you, the non-SEO expert, into an SEO superstar. So basically we've built a plugin that is 7 times stronger than any of the others. And in case you're wondering, you can actually see a full table and go feature by feature to see which plugin actually offers the most features. And it's not just about features, it's also about the benefits and the power that it will have inside of your WordPress site to actually help you get much better at search engine optimization. Alright, so if we're looking at Squirrely versus the classic plugins like Yoast, All-in-One SEO, Ultimate, and stuff like that, you will see that we actually have a lot more features and a lot more going on. And of course, I'm not going to talk about all of them because I'm scrolling down right now and you can see that there's a lot of features. Yep, that we have. So this is all that Squirrely has, and this is what the other guys don't have. So basically, we kind of have a lot of stuff. And yeah, so the list goes on and on. And to better present this, I mean, I really encourage you to go to this article. It's called Squirrely SEO versus Yoast, but it's actually versus all the other SEO plugins out there. It's just that Yoast was actually the most complete until we've appeared on the market, and you can see like the full table and see what's up with that. But the most important thing to realize is that we've structured like it's a lot of information. So it's 108 features that are going to help you to become a better SEO person and have better search engine optimization, get better rankings on Google. And we've created this SEO content tree. It's a visualization so that you can easily understand what's happening and what Squirrely actually aims for in regards to your online business. So we have the content tree and we have multiple levels. So the first level is the WordPress site structure, and this is where all these SEO plugins actually serve. I mean, they are in the WordPress site structure, and some of them are really doing a great job, like seriously a great job. Hats down, right? And you can see that we have the Squirrely SEO Star and the Settings Assistant, and the other plugins are Yoast SEO, All-in-One SEO, and the others. Right, but just having the right kind of structure for your site will never cut it in the world of SEO. No matter who tells you what, it's simply not true, and just having the WordPress site structure will not help you, even though without having it right, you will never be successful. So it's kind of tricky there. But you need to move onto the content tree kind of thing. So it's after level 0 we go to level 1, which is all about researching the best SEO keywords and keywords for social media. And you will see that this is a lot more different than just using the keyword planner tool from Google, because that's meant for advertising, and we have something completely different in mind. And SEO experts actually have completely different things in mind. So if you want to become an SEO superstar, you need to hang out with the proper tools. Right, so we have the Squirrely SEO keyword research and the inspiration box. Then you need to move on to the second level, to level 2, which is scaling content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization, which is done in our case through the Squirrely SEO Live Assistant. And then after you've fixed your structure, you've researched your topics, you've written about them, you've scaled your content, you always, while doing this, you always need to make sure that your content actually grows well. And you do so with the Squirrly SEO audit, and I'm going to show you more about this in the webinar. Then moving on to level 4, we have the part that's, like kind of like the best part, because it's grabbing the rewards, and that's what everybody wants to do, right? And we have the Squirrely SEO Google Rank and the SEO stats from Squirrely to help you figure out what rewards you're actually bringing for your online business. And then moving on to level 5, which is something new that we're doing, we say that the tree needs constant watering. And I mean, it's not actually new because we've already sent a lot of lessons and a lot of courses for search engine optimization, human-friendly optimization, for creating better content, scaling it, analyzing metrics, analyzing results, promoting and getting 10,000 visits from social media in just 1 month, and we've done all of that. But we're actually moving this forward. So we've creating the Squirrely Education Cloud, and it's going to have all of our best lessons in it. And these are the 5 levels that Squirrely SEO actually helps you with. All right, so it's already 4:10 p.m. here, so we should move on. And hopefully everybody joined and everybody seeing this. And it is that at the end of the webinar, I will log off from the stream, but I will keep being present in the chat box in case you want to engage with me, in case you want to ask me any questions. I will be there for you for about 10 minutes, and if the conversation gets a bit longer and we have a lot to talk about, I will stay more than 10 minutes, so no problem with that. All right, now we're going down on the content tree, and let's look at the part where you research the best SEO keywords and social media keywords. All right, so let's clear this one. This is the feature that you get. So it's called the Squirrely Keyword Research, and you get it in your edit post interface, and also when you add new posts. So usually this is what you see, but then you can go ahead and click this, and automatically the keyword research part appears, and you have a keyword that you can put here like la la la, and that would be the keyword. Of course, we're gonna search for a serious keyword. Then you have buttons like add a keyword and do the research. One of the most amazing things about this is, however, the fact that you can actually see search patterns and search behavior in different countries across the globe. And this is super impressive, and thanks to our partners from SEMrush, we actually get access to a lot of data. So our algorithm is basically super complex, and we take a lot of data inputs and then we provide with the best possible information for each keyword that you have. But because of this part right here with these funny flags, we actually can tell you what people are searching for in Argentina, in Brazil, in Germany, in France. So if you're targeting one of those markets, you won't be interested in what Americans search for certain keywords. You will be interested in what French people search for certain keywords when you try to sell something in France. This is the only way to do it, and this is the way to do it right. All right, so this is a super cool feature, especially if you're going after local markets. Now, we have like the keyword research. Now, this feature has been super approved and super liked by Neil Patel, a great internet marketer, and also by Brian Dean, the founder of Backlinko, who is like one of the top SEO gurus out there. And he's not a guru in the bad kind of way. He's actually like the smartest guys in SEO, and he really loved this tool. Because as Neil Patel says, very few people have access to this kind of information. So if you're going to plan on using the keyword planner tool, you will get results that are not good for you, because you'll only get results that are specific for search engine advertising, not for optimization. It's for advertising on search engines. You will get sponsored listings inside the search results, and that's all that the keyword planner helps you with. And if you want to go for search engine optimization, you need a tool that was built for that, just like the Squirrely Keyword Research that we have here. So let's look for, I don't know, let's say social media tools. And social media software, and let's see what we can find. So I'm like, I want to write a piece that's about social media tools or social media software. I'm gonna present something for social media like buffer, stuff like that, because that's what we're doing on this channel. By the way, so if you like this channel, you can just hit subscribe, and we have a lot of videos that help online marketers get growth for their businesses by the use of very clever online marketing tools. So if I would want to write about it, I'd be like, okay, so some people say tools, some people say software. Let's do the research, click do the research and find out. So right now, our algorithm is gathering data from our sources, which is like, SEMrush. Then we have sources coming in from Twitter, from forums, and we crawl a whole lot of things to give you the results that we are going to give you. And we even check stuff like Moz. So that's kind of cool, and you will see why. Most of the tools that show you this kind of information, they don't actually do it right, because they don't take certain parameters into consideration. And to be honest, the only keyword research tool that we've found and is better than ours is the keyword research tool from Moz. It costs about $100 per month, and that's the only one that might give you better results. If you don't spend that kind of money on keyword research, the Squirrly keyword research is your best option, and you will see why. All right, so I'm not just bragging about it. Social media as a tool. All right, so it took my keywords into consideration. It shows me other keywords that are related in other blogs and media outlets are writing about, and I'm like, social media as a tool, is that any good? Social media tools for marketing, best social media tools. Hey, this could be a good keyword because it's long tail. Entrepreneur Media Inc., social media tools, social media software, and stuff like that. So let's see what happens. So if I go to social media as a tool, it will tell me that there are many recent discussions about it. So if I were a blog that writes a lot about social media and how to use social media, if I were a social media examiner, for example, this would be pretty awesome, because there are a lot of recent discussions for this exact thing. So a lot of people on Twitter and on forums are discussing about social media as a tool. That's kind of cool. Now, the exact search is, this is intended for SEO purposes, and if you're trying to rank for the exact key phrase, which is social media as a tool, you need to know how many exact searches there are. Even though you might get ranked for stuff that's not an exact search, it's still important to know how many of them are, because this is a clear indicator of what people actually want to search for. And if you're not optimizing for what they're searching for, you're missing out on the whole thing. So 10 exact searches, that's not very good. The competition, however, is very, very good because it's very low, and it says it right there. So you should know that every color that goes to blue or green is good, and everything that goes to like orange and red, that's bad for you. So you can figure it out just from the colors that we have on the screen. But the competition is very low. This has two parts that it takes into consideration. So the first one is there aren't many pages on the web that are currently trying to rank for social media as a tool, which is good because you don't have a lot of competition in terms of volume. But it doesn't just look at the volume, it also looks at the quality. So it also tells you that basically there aren't many websites in the world that have a lot of authority that compete on this keyword. So the top 10 sites on Google, when you search for social media as a tool, are not very well ranked for this, and they do not have authority for this exact keyword. And that's a really great opportunity. I mean, some time ago, I've had a WooCommerce site where we sold Steam games and stuff like that. It's computer games, right? And we did a lot of optimization, and we used the keyword research tool, and it got an e-commerce site from $0 per month to $1,000 per month in the first month, and the games used to cost about $5 each. So the idea is that just by using this, making the content great, we were able to find so many keywords that people were searching for, and the competition was so low in terms of authority that sites had that we easily outranked them. So that was really nice to see. And that's where this kind of thing comes in handy. Also, the trend, you usually want to pick something that's going up. So you need to make sure that the trend is going up, because if the trend is going up, you will write the article now, and in a couple of months it will simply blow up because it was the first one, and it automatically start gaining more authority than the others that start being written only after the other outlets started catching on the trend. So if you know the trends, always go for something that's going up. And if you're trying to optimize a page for something that's going down, that's super bad, because everything that's going down, you're going to optimize it today, and then in 3 months time, nobody will be searching for that keyword anymore. And trust me, you will actually see a huge decrease in traffic. So it's not like nobody will search for it anymore, but most people won't, and you will lose amazing amounts of traffic just because you went for a trend that was going down. So this is all the stuff that we show you in the keyword research tool. And remember, you can also pick your countries according to the markets that you're targeting. All right, so let's say that I'm going to use the social media tools because I have an article, kind of an article idea in mind. So let's say like 11 social media tools that your business will need to succeed. No, I lost that. Right, so I've hit the button on the keyboard. Right, so 11 social media tools that your business will need to succeed in 2017. All right, so basically I've used the keyword social media tools and I saw the SEO research for it. Now there are a couple of ways, and you can ask me privately about that article where I explain how you can use this part right here. So the inspiration box, you can actually use it to find out how people use this keyword on social media, so that when you will release your next post, you will actually know if it's gonna blow up on social media, because even on social media people are using the search functions. Even on Twitter, there are a lot of people actually searching for stuff on Twitter. Of course, on Facebook it's not so relevant because you can't really search for stuff on Facebook. They have a bad algorithm in my opinion. But on Twitter you can definitely search for them, and if you identify the right keywords for social media, it will mean that a lot of people are currently discussing it and it's a hot topic, and you always want hot topics if you plan on promoting on social media. But I have an article about it. If you want, you can leave a comment and I will send a link to it. All right, so it's, let's say, social media tools. And now I have the best SEO keywords and social media keywords. As I said, I'm going to send the article, and now we are moving on to scaling the content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization. All right, and let's get started with this. So we are first trying to scale the content that we have on this website, and we're going to start by writing an article on social media tools. Now the idea is that I have my title, and you can see the live assistant right here. It already says that, hey, your keyword is present in the URL. As you can see, the keyword is here in my URL, so this is super nice. The title is Google friendly. Yes, it is. It has the keyword, and it also has just 69 characters out of 75. And I'm gonna show you a demo after I finish all of this, and you're gonna see what you can do if your title, if you want a long title for social media and a shorter title for search engines. And it's super important to do that, and I will explain why. All right, and you can actually do it using the live assistant from Squirrly. All right, so this is live assistant. The content is over optimized because I don't basically have a lot of content. I just have my title, so obviously it's over optimized. Actually, the live assistant warns you all the time when you have over optimization issues, because the way it works is this: you have white bars here because it means that you didn't do something yet, so you need to check the white stuff to see what you still need to do. And then everything that's green is perfect and will help you on search engines, and everything that's red is horrible and you need to fix it as soon as possible. And those are the over optimization checks and other stuff that might end up in your content, and Google might penalize you for that. All right. So we have all of this, and let's see how cool it is. I mean, most of the other tools that try to offer this historically, they've they let you publish the post, and only then they tell you the analysis of it. And I mean, I'm not dissing, but the idea is that you actually need to know them as you are typing the article, because otherwise you might be missing on a lot of things. And while writing with Squirrely, when everything is green, you know that if you hit post, if you hit publish, the article will be perfect and you're gonna get really good rankings on it. Of course, if the other stuff makes sense, and we're gonna see more about that in the webinar, but the idea is that your piece of content needs to be fully optimized before you hit publish and not afterwards. All right, so let's see. So we have social media tools are becoming the norm for social media marketers. Of course, this is just a demo text. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I just want to show you that as soon as I placed my keyword here, it lit up green and it said that I have my keywords in the content. So if I go ahead and bold this, you'll see that they've made this bold. And you see it actually highlights the thing that I must make bold. And now if I hit enter, it will automatically detect that I've made it bold. Also, if you have any issues, it shouldn't happen, but sometimes it does. You have this update button, and it rejects the text as you're writing it. Alright, so now I should place an image, and I should also use keywords in the alt text of the image. And the idea is that Squirrely does all of this for you. And with the latest updates, we've made it so fun to do. I mean, it's super cool. Just click images, and then choose show only copyright free images, because you basically don't want to get sued by somebody saying that, hey man, you use my image without crediting me, without the proper license, you're going down. That's why we've implemented this feature where we only show you images that are copyright free, so nobody can sue you for using them. And you will see that the pictures are beautiful because we've implemented communication with 3 different huge image libraries, among which is pixabay.com, which is super used in the world of content marketing. And if I click this, you'll already see a nice image in my blog post. And another one, and of course I can go on and on, with using images. Alright, so let's check the alt text. So for some reason this one didn't have it, but I'm placing it right now. So social media tools. All right, let's save the draft. So I can also add an alt text to that one as well. But you can see that I already have some really nice pictures which are copyright free and that are related to what I'm trying to write about. Alright, so you can find a lot of images by using this feature right here. And also, if, for example, you might be searching for a topic that doesn't actually have images, or the images aren't nice, you can just click the not relevant button and you can search for something else instead, like dogs in the park, for example. So even though the live assistant still checks your optimization for social media tools, you can start placing other types of images inside of your posts by using this search bar right here, in case you don't find relevant stuff for your keyword. And of course you can do that. You can add another image here, a cute little puppy, and you can find all sorts of images so that you make your content truly rich. Alright, so moving on to the Twitter section. So the best part is that you can actually see the most recent things that people have discussed on Twitter directly inside your WordPress interface without having to set up streams in TweetDeck and other stuff like that. Right? So this will help you figure out what people are talking about. Also, if you're writing a post that has a couple of points that you might want to, say that, hey, even this guy says this, or you want to make sure that you're writing about something controversial, but also some experts have said things along the lines that you're talking about. You might actually want to insert a couple of tweets in your posts so that you can make a much stronger point regarding the ideas that you are discussing. So you could even do something like this. So the ideas that I have are no strangers to the world, and you can quote other important people straight from Twitter. And this is how you do it. So you go back here, and then you decide 10 must-have social media tools for small business, and you insert it. And now if you go here, boom, you have the tweet, and you also have the link to the tweet and the avatar, and look how beautiful it looks inside of your post. This is awesome, and I'm pretty sure that especially if you have a blog where you're doing more of a journalist kind of work, this is going to come super handy. And the idea is that some people have been afraid that this might lead to duplicate content. It does not, because it's 140 characters, and it does not mean duplicate content, especially if you look at all the stuff in the Live Assistant. Trust me, it's going to be fully optimized, and it's going to be okay. So, because you're not basically copying a whole article into this article. Of course, with the Live Assistant, because the Live Assistant is super cool, if you want to copy an article that you've already posted to LinkedIn, for example, and you copy the whole text here inside of this article, because let's say you have a lot of visitors to your site and they should see the article, so that's the only reason why you would want it on your website. You don't care about ranking that article because the article is already on LinkedIn and maybe it already ranks super high there, but you just want to make sure that you also have your article in your own website for personal branding and for other reasons that you may have. The idea is that you can easily copy the link to that article. So let's say that I would copy the whole text from here into this page, and I would just place the canonical link, and then automatically this will tell Google that this is not duplicate content. So I'm not trying to rank for something that's been published somewhere else, because I'm mentioning that this is not the original article, and Google should go and rank the original article, not this one. But this is super important for the people who come to your website, and it also makes sure that you will never fail at SEO, because you will not have duplicate content in your site, and this is easily done by using the canonical link. So this is a super neat feature, right? And that's how you use it. Okay, so these are a couple of ideas about the SEO Live Assistant and how you can scale the content that you have. Also, you can go and see, of course, for social media tools, going to Wikipedia isn't that important, but if you're writing about autism or something that requires a bit of research, because you can't just talk according to what you've seen on TV, because that's most probably garbage. The idea is that you can actually find great sources on Wikipedia and great content here, and the idea is that you can actually read the whole Wikipedia article. Oops, that didn't work. Alright, so I found a bug. Well, that's really bad. Sorry for this. It seems there's currently a bug with Wikipedia. We need to fix it. And it is that you could have read the article straight in your interface, but let's go to blogs. And yes, there it is. So this is how the Wikipedia part should have been displayed as well. So we have like 44 social media tools recommended by the pros. And in this article, if I don't have my research and I need to finish it in like 2 hours, I can just easily go and see, okay, so what social media tools should I write about? Okay, so I have Discoverly, I have Sniply, I have Socially, Tailwindly, and stuff like that. And I can actually see a lot of stuff directly from the article. And if you want to quote the author, you can just go to the paragraph and insert it into your article. It will give credits to the original article, so you can do a lot of journalistically correct stuff by using the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant and this inspiration box right here. You can also add references and you can insert boxes. It's super cool if you really want to be a great journalist. Right, and after you finished reading the post, to get back to your work, just click X and it's gone. Alright. Now, if I were to already have like an article about social media tools, I could use this part, the inner quote, to actually link to other pages on my own website. And this is very important because inner linking holds a lot of value for search engine optimization. Let's say customer development, because I think I wrote on this blog a couple of things. Yeah, so I have one of my articles on customer development. So if I was writing an article about customer development, I could just reference this article or insert parts of it in order to build inner linking very fast. And this is something that I would totally use. Alright, so this is how you use the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant. But that doesn't mean that the show is over yet. Because after you've finished using the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant, it's very important to know that your content, of course, if you turn all these lights green, your content will be fully optimized. Now, even though the content itself is optimized, you need to make sure that you have 100% control over how your article is going to be displayed in Google search engine listings and on social media when people share your article, because you've written a great piece. You need to make sure that everybody sees it as a really great and interesting story, right? And that's how you use, and that's for the reason why you'd use the Squirrely SEO snippet. So you can see here that even though it says that the title is friendly, this is how people are actually going to see this article when they search on Google for social media tools. This is the listing that they would see on the Google search engine. And there's a problem here because there's 2 and a few dots. So I would go ahead and customize the meta. Then I would just say 11 new social media tools that your business will need to succeed. And I save it, and now it's a beautiful title. And of course, this element right here, social media tools are becoming the norm for social media marketers. This would make for a nice story, but you want people who find this search engine listing on Google, you want them to click and read your article. Alright. So instead of having, the basic blah blah story there, people are going to see this on Google, right? They're gonna see these listings. So why not make it a super huge call to action? Like 2007 is here and you need new gear. Especially if you're a social media marketer, here are the ones you should know about. Boom. And that's how they're gonna click this listing and they're gonna end up on your site, and you get a lot of traffic from Google because you can rank number 1. If this listing is horrible, nobody will click it because people don't just click stuff that looks bad, right? And all the other plugins, they don't show this to you. They only show a preview of the information that is inside of the plugin right now, but it doesn't calculate how the WordPress platform is going to render all of this at the end of their processes. So every time you load the page, there are a couple of things going on there, and if you see this sort of thing in other plugins, it will not be the same thing that your customers will see on Google. But if you go with Squirrely, you have 100% control, and you can be 100% clear that the exact thing that you see here, people are actually going to see on the Google search engine. So This listing that you make, you have 100% control over it. If people are going to search for new social media tools on Google, and they're gonna find my listing, it's gonna look exactly like it looks right now. So I've also mentioned social media, and for that I go here at Open Graph and I click Upload Open Graph Image. And let's say that I will use this image. All right, so for this article, yes, so I have a buggy WordPress install here, right? So this is the image that will show, and I click Save Changes. And now after I hit publish for this article, when I share it on social media, this is the image that's gonna be shared along with my post every time one of my readers decides to share the article. And this happens for Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And you have 100% control over it, which is actually super nice. All right, so let's save the draft. And I know it's been kind of like a long story, right? So, but there's just so many things that Squirrly does. Also, the images here, after you've hit save draft, they come to your own server so that you will never have problems with missing images. They automatically get them into your WordPress library, so your WordPress has full control over how it displays the images. Also, you cannot have problems with causing other people too much bandwidth loss because you're using their images without having the approval to use their images. And there's a lot of good things about the way this works. We've super optimized it. It's a great car, right? All right, so that was about scaling the content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization. And then we move on to making sure that the content tree grows right. So I have another blog here. I'm just gonna go to posts, see what happens here. Because what I actually want to find, no, I won't go there. I will go to the dashboard, Squirrely dashboard, and you can see the buttons right here. These are super important buttons. And I'm gonna click profile. And in the profile, I can actually click the See Audit button. And I click See Audit. And that's basically how we're gonna make sure that the content tree grows well. So, this is a blog from one of our friends here at Squirrely, and the idea is that he got a new job. He's starting doing some new things, and he didn't really have time for his website. And what we've seen is that the score actually went down to 45. And in order to have a really good website that gets a lot of traffic and a lot of good rankings, you need to have a score of 80 or above 80. And we've tested this with about 50,000 websites because we had data from a lot of people regarding the rankings, their traffic. We did a group experiment where we've learned everything there is to learn about how to make a great WordPress site. And the information here in the audit is going to help you do exactly that. And it's going to show you the areas where you have a lot of problems. Like you can see that he has a lot of problems with traffic, links, and authority. The SEO site structure is great. He actually has 100% here. The blogging can be improved and the social media can be improved. Also, there are a couple of to-do lists which are super actionable, like post 3 articles per week. This is how you do it. These are some pro tips on what you can do if you start posting 3 times per week. There's a video that explains why this is important. If you've started posting well enough, just mark this as completed and it will disappear and it's going to be replaced by another task that you should do to improve the score of your SEO audit, so you'll always know what you need to do with the sticky notes. Right, so I have blogging. We're looking at posting frequency. We give a lot of information why this is important, how to fix it, ideas on editorial calendars that you can use. This is why it's important, pro tips, and this is stuff from what we've learned over many years of doing SEO and blogging. Also content marketing and social media, because you're going to see that we have a lot of those as well. So does your site have a sitemap? It does, it found it. That's the sitemap, ideas about the sitemaps. Average content optimization, he didn't really optimize many of his articles, and that's a problem. So the estimated traffic is not good because, as I said, he didn't really have time for it anymore. It finds your meta keywords, super long keyword. It's visible for search engines. There are no duplicates, no duplicate titles. Everything is perfect here. It's perfect here. Most of the websites you will see, they have a lot of problems, and Squirrly, the SEO audit, detects all of them. And this is the best way to see that nothing started going wrong with the SEO inside of your WordPress, because you might do something, you might even pay somebody to do your SEO settings, and you install a new theme, you do a lot of new stuff, you place more content in your website, and you will see that you can start having problems with descriptions, empty titles, and a lot of SEO problems which might appear over time. But by using the weekly audit that you get from Squirrely, you always understand what's going on, and you always have control over the processes. It's like having a quality assurance expert there every week, looking at your website and telling you what's going right and what's going wrong. And this is why this is one of the most appreciated features of Squirrely SEO. And one of the other appreciated stuff is the fact that we always give a lot of explanations and a lot of videos from which you can learn more about each section that you see in the audit. We have articles here, articles that explain stuff. We look at social shares, so there haven't been many shares lately. This is the social impact for the main page. You can see it's super horrible. Just a couple of Google Plus shares, Twitter cards, Google authorship no, and there are no links. So this is one of the main problems of this website. You can see that it has really low authority and it has no backlinks, and that's one of the main problems. You can also send the audit by email to your friends or to people that help you fix the website, and you can also download the whole report as a PDF file. Alright, so this was the audit, and this is the thing that will help you make sure that your content grows well, and try to improve that score. Try to make it 80, try to get it above 80, and you'll start seeing results for your website. Alright, so in the case of Renegade Citizen, you see that he doesn't have links, and usually if you don't have links and you don't have authority in the audit, really your website is not really going to make it on search engines. You're not going to get search engine traffic. However, Renegade Citizen's blog posts are about 2,000 to 3,000 words long, and they are super good, and they are super targeted to his audience, which are mobile game developers. And the idea is that because all of the site structure, as you can see here, it's perfect. The content is super long, and in the past he shared a lot of his stuff on social media because he was at one of the courses we presented. We still have the course online where we teach how to share on social media. He shared everything on social media because the SEO site structure was right, the content was long, and social media was going well. He actually ranked a lot of his articles, and in his case, so he makes sure that the content grows well, and then grabbing the rewards. Now let's see what rewards he can grab. So SEO rank on Google, you have this from Squirrely, you can just click it. So SEO rank from Google, and here you can see his positions on the Google search engine. So you can see that for these keywords he is number one, number 2, number 4, number 5. Freemium development, that's a super hot topic. F2P developers in his industry, super search for his number 5. So this is kind of cool, and he can actually see all of his rankings right here. Now the best part about this is that Squirrely actually shows you your ranking for your desired country, because if I would be in Germany and I'd be searching for F2P or paid gaming models, Renegade Citizen would not be on the first place in Google, because that's how Google acts. They do local searches. They try to make it as local as possible. So if I have customers, I know, let's say that I'm from the United Kingdom and I have customers in the US. If I search for stuff on my own Google, it will show me stuff from the United Kingdom, but it will not show me stuff from the United States of America. And it's a big problem, because I will think that I know my rankings, but I don't actually know them. And the Squirrely Google ranking option here searches for the exact search engine that you want. So, and you can fix that here. So if you go to settings, here is the place where you can check the search engine that you need, and you can see that we have a lot of search engines. So if you're from Brazil and you want to see your rankings for your website in Brazil for the Brazilian market, just go ahead and click Brazil, and that's what you will get. You will get the exact rankings, and trust me, just by searching for your Brazil rankings from the US, you will get polluted results and they will not be useful to you, and that is why this feature is super important. Now, in the case of Renegade Citizen, it's super cool because he has his own hosting, he's a developer, he has his own website up, and that's super cool. He has his own IP address, and that's why Google allows for this to happen, for checking the rank on Google. But for most WordPress users, we've seen that there are a couple of issues with this, because they have shared IPs with other people and they have shared hostings, and that's a bit of a problem because Google will start banning the IP. You will not be banned from Google and Google searches because it doesn't work that way. If you hear that anywhere, it's fake information. Do not believe it. The idea is that it will not let the crawler try to identify your search engine position if you're on shared hosting and the other sites do a lot of searches on Google. It's not about tracking the rank. Any kind of search on Google limits the number of searches that you can do every single hour. So if you start searching on Google yourself for 100 times right now during this webinar, I'm serious about it, search 100 times on Google, and they will start blocking you and tell you that you can search for a couple of minutes. The same thing happens here with the IP addresses. So this is not Squirrely's fault, this is the server's fault. And if you cannot get your own hosting like Renegade Citizen, and if you cannot get your own IP, you will keep having that trouble. Now in these kinds of situations where you can simply not do it, this is kind of what we've been up to lately. One of the things, we have a lot of things going on. Okay, so you can see your rank on Google, so I could usually click that, but we have a new plugin which integrates with Squirrely, and it's called the SERP checker, which is a search engine result position checker. And you can see for Squirrely a couple of things that happened. So our average rankings for the whole blog, we have thousands of articles, is 30. We had 39 rank changes just today. So a lot of pages have gone up and down today, 39 pages to be exact. And we have 680 keywords that we've used across all of our content. And actually I can even go and click see top keywords. And I can see my keyword portfolio and see how many articles I've optimized for this particular keyword. So this is our keyword portfolio. All right. Now I go back to Google ranking, and you can see authors, the Google position, the keywords, and the articles. The type, it's a landing page, it's a post, it's a page. So this page went up, this other page actually went down, this page went down, this one went down, this one went up, and you can see all of the changes so that you can know what's actually going on with your website. And that's really nice. Of course, this is not part of the Squirrely offering, and in case you will have the problem with this feature with SEO rank on Google, and you will not be able to SEO ranks through our usual methods, we will have a link from which you can actually go ahead and try the new product that we've built. Those kinds of products are super expensive. They go at $200 per month or $100 per month. We're actually giving it at $49 per month. And I know it's a bit much, especially compared to the Squirrly SEO plugin, but the idea is that if you depend on those rankings, it's a super good thing to have. And we pay a lot of money for that as well, because we've partnered up with GeoRanker, and we have to pay those guys a lot of money for the data that we get. And as I said, this problem is not for everybody. This software is not for everybody, just for the people who are on shared hostings and have problems with seeing their Google rankings right here. All right, so this was the main part of what I wanted to discuss with you today. Yeah, I think that I've actually closed my article with the SEO content tree, but the next thing that I wanted to show you is that we have a new website, and I hope that you will enjoy it. Please go to squirrely.co and see all the new stuff that we have. We finally started showing off all the services and products that we have. So we have the SEO plugin, we have Starbucks, we have Content Look, and we have the Education Cloud. So as I said, this is where our best lessons will be at, and you can subscribe and you will get your invitation. This is how you can join. So on your way to becoming an SEO superstar, register, get an account. We'll validate every single request and then create accounts on our membership site called dmsuperstars.com, and then you can start learning and growing. The idea is that people are searching for companies in your space. Be the one who shows up in search. Thank you very much for watching this webinar. I hope that it was exciting for you to see all of these features at Squirrely, and do let me know in the comment sections, do let me know in the chat box. As I said earlier on, I will continue to be in the chat, in the YouTube chat for another 10 minutes or so. So please contact me, and I hope you had a great time, and I hope you loved the webinar. Alright, so this is it. Thank you very much. I'll start chatting with you in the chat box in YouTube. Bye bye.